welcome back to the Commonwealth. It's been a little while since we've returned to these hallowed and irradiated shores. We, from the last episode, which I believe was up near Outpost Zimonja, we have fast-traveled back to the Sunshine Tidings Co-op here, more towards the west, and down. We just took a slight detour through, I believe you can see some lights down the shore there, and a few round water tanks behind those deer. I'm going to go with deer. Friends of ours. That is a water treatment plant there under the highway. And we took a brief detour in there to clear it of some crab friends. And now we're headed back up the shore of this river towards an area known as Greygarden. Still sort of following the highway here. I believe Greygarden will be our next potential settlement. Oh, a lovely ambiance of the thunder cracking in the distance there. I worked on that, especially, just for you. No, it was a lucky happenstance. I only wish I had such powers. That is just stunning. We'll take a moment to collect ourselves. While dog meat rustles through the bushes. Perfect. Lovely. So I believe this is Greygarden itself. A greenhouse, a nursery of sorts. That, as you can see, is managed by robots. What appear to be robots. I am back, and welcome back to you. So we have a small army of robots that appears to be taking care of things here.
Green.
Let's make a deal indeed.
Sound like a game show host.
That's the correct answer. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yay!
Lucky contestant, what fabulous prize he's won.
Just arrived and already won a prize. I love this place. What did I win?
Right this way, please. Let's take a look at your fabulous prize.
Oh, by all means, lead on. Oh, nice. Thank you.
Supervisor Green.
It's a brand new car. Now, if you've already
Oh, that's fantastic.
stylish atomic-powered automation, you can also take your winnings in the form of
I love it.
a prize. How does 100 caps sound?
Oh, if I've got to go along with the spirit of this.
Let's make a deal.
I like it. How about 150 caps?
Perfect. He likes it. I won't press my luck any further. I won't be greedy.
Here you go. And if you want to use your
Just
winnings
wanted to
make
play
a
along with his
deal
shtick.
tomorrow, we certainly won't complain. Ha ha. Well, it's been a real pleasure. Thanks for playing.
And thank you, Supervisor Green. Have yourself a lovely day. Trimming mute fruit bushes. Do. Hello? This looks like a sheen of leadership.
This is the Commonwealth's first and only hydroponics facility run entirely by robots.
There's not even one? I'm not sure why I made it sound so desperate.
That's right, darling.
Oh, he also did.
I'm
That's interesting.
highly self-sufficient, with no need for human guidance. You see, there are worker drones carry out labor and maintenance. We supervisors, that is myself, Green and Brown, possess sophisticated cognition
Oh.
processors. We are capable
Sounds like
of
some
following
class
steps in
warfare
decision-making, a
is
testament
in the
to
offing.
genius of our creator, Dr.
No, I'm sure they'll all get along. It's fine.
Obviously, the man was brilliant to come up with something like this.
I could hardly have said it better myself, darling. Robotics and artificial intelligence were our creator's great passions, rivaled only by his love of television. Perhaps you've noticed that I possess a rather singular personality, as do the other supervisors.
I did notice.
Well, it's definitely unique. Sort of hard to miss.
I'll take that as a compliment, darling. After all, the last thing any woman wants to be is ordinary. A few other things you should know. Talk to Green if you need supplies. If it's captured
Okay, good.
required,
Green is the shop.
I might have a few odd jobs.
Brown is the quest giver.
The question, really. You repaired the old Western plant, didn't you?
I certainly did. That is the water treatment plant I mentioned earlier.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, such a gentleman, too. I simply must give you something.
It was my pleasure,
Here,
really.
you can have some of our produce. I'll ask Green
Oh, that's mighty generous. I appreciate it.
if there's anything else you need. Now I see
I'll enjoy these gourds and think of you, Supervisor White. Okay, so because we repaired the water treatment plant that is now back and aiding their farm, you can see the sprinklers working here. I don't believe they were previously. So their farm is back in good shape with a little more irrigation? Is that the word? I'm not sure. And now we can use their workshop. Let us activate it now. Beautiful. So as the sun comes up here, we can start our janitorial duties. Let's begin with the workshop area proper here. Get rid of some garbage. Some old robot parts. We'll keep those in the workshop itself in case any of the so-called worker drones out there happen to need them. I think that's going the right way to build up resentment amongst the drones, but okay. Just clean up our backyard area a bit here. Oh, I was hoping that would stay. Oh well. Let's move it a little bit over here. Perfect. Keep some of this machinery for now. That has a nice splash of color. But we can get rid of this rusty fencing. And if you have ever had the ability to be there in the Olympics audience to watch rusty fencing, well, wow. What a treat. That was a weird direction to take it. I can hear you asking already. Such a weird direction. I know. I know. Alright, might as well get rid of these pallets as well while we're at it. Pallets while we're at it. I always have a tendency to want to keep stacks of crates, but I don't really know why. Oh yes, I will absolutely pet dog meat for you. As I see out of the corner of my eye, there he is. Come here, friend.
Hey. How you doing, buddy? Hey, boy. You know any tricks?
Oh, There we have it. Okay. Affection doled out. Very important part of the job. It is kind of a nice grouping of rocks and stones. I might not scrap it just yet. Keep us from getting too smooth around the outer hedges, if you know what I mean. But I think we got most of the trash down along this hill. One more piece of fencing there. Ah, here's some more. Get rid of all of this to make sure that nobody needs any extra shots to play in the backyard. Try to get rid of some of these dry brambles so that the greenhouse really stands out up on the hill here. And then we will, of course, clean up the greenhouse itself. Let's leave the grass for now. Oh yeah, here's some good stuff. Good old junk and things. My favorite. Oh, this will be lovely. Yes. Leave the sign. Regrettable that we can't repaint it with some sort of paintball gun. But we'll figure something out. I'm sure there's a mod for that somewhere. Okay, let's go back around the other side of the building now. Just wanted to make sure that whole front side was clean and clear. Get rid of some of these nasty-looking piles of dirt. The dirtiest dirt you ever did see. This dirt has done me dirty. There, that's a nice little incline to the water, so that everyone can get their hydration needs fulfilled. So we're leaving that. I suppose we could get rid of that, but it does close it off nicely. I won't go too crazy for now. Let's continue along this side of the building to make sure we don't miss any vines. See any on that side? Must be good. Some nice specimens over here and another sign to uncover. That way, coming or going, people will know where they have been or are. You know. No tires. No sheet metal. Good night, cinder blocks. Good night, plywood. I'm still getting quite moist out here. I wish I had thought ahead and brought a nice fisherman's cap or some sort of umbrella. But no. I wish it was allowing me to keep one or two of the trees. That makes me almost want to keep the entire thing, just because it adds some sort of stability to the greenhouse itself. But we'll see if it messes up the views later. I may change my mind. Leave it for now. I tend not to like to keep vines around, but since it's like right up against a hill anyway, it's not like it's obstructing much of a view. And it kind of adds a element of safety. I have no idea why. That's my justification. Ooh, big pile of tires. Let's get rid of that. Yeah. I get a wee bit too excited for these big ticket items. It's not as if it's actually helping the environment or protecting anyone in any way, but it gives me a thrill, as if it is. Deep in my tiny shriveled heart. Okay, we're back around to the mute fruit orchard, I suppose I should call it. Doing a wonderful job, ladies, gentlemen, ladies, robots. Let's see if there's anything indoors in the greenhouse here we need to clean up. I kind of like those bags of fertilizer, for whatever reason. Give it a sense of immersive reality. Some tools scattered about, I don't mind that. This is a pretty nice aesthetic in here, as is. Get rid of that, because who needs it? It's just weird. A hose is good. Never know when you're going to need a hose, or a new pair of hose for a night out. Someone's been tipping the bucket, though. Not gonna get Employee of the Month that way, let me tell you. Alright, I will get rid of these, because you have enough in that one corner. I've already provided for you a fertilizer corner, and there's no need to get crazy. Another piece of plywood. Let's get rid of this tripping hazard, just in case. Pardon me, sir. Yes, and okay. You can keep the rest. Lovely. So this is a very, very nice settlement for food and to attach a supply line to, so that your food is being spread out all over your settlement network. This would be a lovely area to build up further. So I think that is most of the main greenhouse. Let's take care of some more of this shrubbery out here. We don't want a wildfire to kick off and to sadden us. Sadden the robots. That would be dreadful. Nothing wrong than a whole nothing more wrong than a whole greenhouse full of depressed robots. I speak from experience. Just a little of this. And this whole tangle, perhaps, because, let me just say, about this whole tangle. Not as spry as I used to be, but I can still leap the occasional cliff face when necessary. Alright, that might be too near the edge, I'm not sure. We'll give up on it for now. Leave just a bit of that for some more ambiance, or whatever the word is. Light blockage. I'd love to get rid of this one, though. There we go. Aha. Sweet, sweet victory. Okay, that should do it for this hillside, I would think. Let us look upon our work and tremble. Excellent work. Alright, moving on. Maybe just a few bushes underneath the highway here. But I don't think there's too much trash we need to worry about. Just some rocks. However, a rather neat feature, if I can use such a strong qualifying word, bit of a neat feature of this settlement is that the border, you may see, the green border, extends underneath the highway, and therefore also to the highway itself above. So you actually have to slip out of the border here and exit workshop mode to get a leg up. But then once you're back in range, we should be able to reactivate this. And we have the whole highway section, both a lower and upper highway section to tackle as well. Which I just could not be more excited about, let me tell you. There's rubble aplenty for us up here. I'm getting a question in the chat. Have I reached max happiness at a large settlement yet? I don't believe I have in my unmodded save file, my main playthrough, in which Peter has been attempting to help the wasteland for hundreds of hours now. Little effect whatsoever. I don't believe I've ever quite gotten them happy enough. I try to keep things going, but they usually hover around high 60s, low 70s. A balmy happiness. So no, I have not unmodified reached max happiness, regrettably. I am using a couple of modifications, another question coming in. Some graphics things, darkest night, or darker nights, or whatever they're called, and this flashlight modification as I exit workshop mode. This flashlight modification which makes it directional instead of a sort of 360-degree glow. And then I'm using like a cheat terminal to teleport around and give myself access to things that would take too long otherwise for this series. And then I have like some generic things, like the grass modification. It's not usually quite this green. This is a Spring in the Commonwealth mod, I believe. And there's like a water modification that's making the reflections a little less weird. Some things like that. I'm likely forgetting several. I think I'm also using Scrap That Settlement, which adds a few more of these things like the trash on the ground, etc. to the scrappable pool. Otherwise, you can usually only grab like big items like those tires. But I like it a little extra clean, shall we say. More accurately, I just like cleaning up these little piles. I think that's the best part. When you can get a handle on them, that is. As I struggle for 5 minutes with this one. There we go. So I'm likely forgetting several modifications. But it's something like that list. Would love... Yes, perfect. So hoping they would give me these vines. And so they have. It's like Christmas. Going to try to only fall off the highway 70 times during the course of this. Is that all the vines? And maybe over here. Beautiful. All right. not sure if I should get rid of this bus yet, or if I should try to incorporate it into something. I can't tell if that's a gunshot I'm hearing. Sounds like it, strangely. Anyone? Maybe they've taken care of things. Ah, yes, there was a feral ghoul, it appears, down there. Sorry, guys, I was no help at all. Wonderful job. So I will leave the bus for now, just in case we can use it for something that could hold a few beds or something, maybe a little bit of insulation. I'm not sure. Keep working our way through the lower level of the highway. I think we may have to make our own ramp up to the upper level. I don't think there's any natural way to get there that I know of. Oh, I love getting rid of vines. I don't know why. Can someone tell me why? Is it a deep childhood fear of vines? That one's likely being blocked by the beam here. Let's try another angle on it. Yes. Alright. This might not be a terrible spot either for a quick access up to the top level. Let me see if there's an appropriate piece. Perhaps this. Perhaps. Or perhaps no. Let's see if this one is any. Yes. A little bit easier to fit in. Alright, let's try to put a platform on without falling to our death. Maybe just a narrow platform. No falling to the death that I mentioned previously. Oh, that should be fine. There we go. It is. Alright, so now we have access to the upper level. Let me just clear out the tiniest bit of this railing so that I don't have to do it later. Alright. So we'll come back up there in just a moment. Let's make sure we didn't miss anything down here. Oh good, more trash. For the Trash Lord. We summon thee with our detritus. Aha, so now I'm outside of the boundary. It's hard to see it. There we go. So I can't go much further that way on the highway. We'll just try to clean up this area here. Lovely. They're on their own from that line forward. I've drawn a line in the highway, and I'm sticking to it. Good afternoon, and welcome. I'm very, very glad you caught me as well. And yes, this is a very nice little spot. This is one of my favorites. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get back around to it. I've been trying to also catch up on my Dark Souls journey, through which I'm just, stumbling my way through, blindly. So I'm very glad to be back to this at Greygarden. This not only has such a lovely name, but is such a cool and unique settlement with this highway section. So many possibilities for defense and growth and forward progress. Glistening beacon of humanity in a world gone mad. Or perhaps just a spot to take a quick snooze, and that's really about it. No need to add any more pressure to it than that. People have been through enough. So this might be, I think that's outside of the bound as well, regrettably. But it does add kind of a nice protection sort of thing. Like, this is the open side towards Greygarden, enjoy, vine-free. This is the side we actually want to wall up to protect ourselves from bullets and things, so that works out fine for me. I will be satisfied. And I think that's about it for the lower level of the highway here. Maybe one or two more of these. Yes, yes. That is just strangely satisfying. Alright. That's the border, so let's jump back across to our staircase and on to the upper level with us. Careful, gentle. Alright. Get rid of all this lovely trash. And unlike the bus, I don't think we'll have need of this adorable yellow truck, despite its decorative power. Oh, like a one-seater? That is such a cute truck. My goodness. Elon Musk, if you're listening, this is what the people want. I mean, we also want everything else you're already giving us, but this is what the people want. I hope my chat is catching up. It seems to be spinning and spinning over there. So if I'm far too behind, I do apologize. I hope to be back with you soon. I hope that's not a sign that I am no longer broadcasting full stop. It may be. It may be that. Alright, we will get rid of that car and this whole lovely pile of stuff. No longer. Oh, this is great. I love this spot. Wonder if it would be possible to add a small assistance over the railing here. Let's check how high these are in comparison to the railing. Doable. Potentially doable. Let's squeeze it in there ourselves after the fact. If I can use such risque terminology. And same with that. Let's do a place anywhere thing. Oh, come on, stop snapping. Stop the snapping. Let's try this one first, in the hopes that it will be a little easier to handle. And then maybe I can snap the other one into it somehow, some way. Huh, that is being tricky, troublesome, and other T words I'm not even remembering. Let's try right there. It's squeezed in a little bit at least. And then maybe this one will snap. I'm not sure. And maybe one more? Yes? No? Father, may I stay and taste my first champagne? Let's try angling this one in. I so think it should snap. I don't think it should have a problem with that at all. But apparently it does, and I'm just crazy. Okay, that's fine. It still works, it just looks a little strange. I can still walk straight into it and it will lift me over. That's basically the point. Alright. Small upgrade made to the entrance. Let us continue. Alright. Anyone have any last words for the truck? Goodbye forever. Thank you for being so lovely and yellow. And so forth. Okay, it's gone forever. That is a nice clean little overlook there. I think people will appreciate being able to stand here rather than there being a lovely truck. Make sure there isn't any trash or vines hanging around out here. Looks pretty good. So let's continue down this side of the road. Come on, vines. The time has come. Ah, those may be the ones that are, yes, outside of workshop mode. You'd think I would learn. You'd think I would catch on. You'd be wrong, of course. Okay, so this is just going to be slightly finicky since it is half in, half out of the buildable area. We'll try to go down the left side of it first to make sure we're in. Oh, I love getting rid of all that. Love getting rid of all that stuff. Alright, I'm not sure about this truck. Again, this is quite a nice barrier in and of itself that I may want to keep for protection or structure. But it's also just a rusty old truck that's in everyone's way. And I suppose I just can't get to these. Which is regrettable but understandable. So maybe I should leave the truck, because if I can't get rid of the trash behind it, it is covering that trash. So, welcome to the family, Mr. Truck. New truck that we're keeping forever. Goodbye, yellow truck, and hello to you. Optimus. Perhaps we'll call you. Or perhaps we'll think of something better. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I must be getting to that side of things over here as well. Looks like the barrier is around here. So, that may be about all we can get rid of. And this will be the barrier. Once more. So I'm sure we will want to build a better structure than this eventually, but that's serving its purpose for now. I can't think of any other sections down below that I may have missed. This is all looking pretty clean. I guess we just need to add some defense to make sure our robot friends stay alive for many a year. But eventually we may need to return to Greygarden and work on some sort of construction phase of things, because this is such a lovely spot. Tempted to put in a small residence of some sort, perhaps even just a mattress inside the bus here, so that we could sleep until morning. Get a better look at things in the morning light. I need to be out of structures and into beds. There we go. Let's see if we can put one of these, or perhaps a sleeping bag, in the back of the bus. Lovely. And this is my home now. Alright. 7:30. Maybe around 7 a.m. tomorrow. We'll hope the sun is rising. In the year 2287. It is November 1st, apparently. How lovely. I've been at this for one month, or I guess less than that. It was October 20-something. Perhaps. I don't remember. A foggy morning, but lovely. Let's check the other side. Not sure if this is port? The port side of the highway? I don't know. A lovely rainy morning. So from Greygarden, we may need to circle back to the east towards perhaps Covenant would be the next one. We're kind of doing this in a diagonal, left to right, top to bottom sort of sweep. So we may have to go back towards Covenant, which is a very cool walled settlement. It comes with walls pre-built, and quite a few settlers, I believe, because it's actually in use as a settlement. And so we may need to tackle that next. I'm not sure if that is closest or not. But we have removed as much trash as we could from our good friends, the robots' place of business, their farmers' market. I am tempted to add another staircase up to here that would be effective inside the buildable area, some way to get up that you wouldn't need to go all the way over there to reach. I'm not sure what the best way to do that would be. Sort of maybe a spiral staircase in place. I don't know if maybe this side would have enough room to latch it onto this beam, perhaps. That is a bit of a safety hazard with that bar in the way, but you can kind of skirt past it. Could be considered a safety bonus, if only I could grab onto it. Let's see if there's any way I can snap a staircase on here. I'm curious. I just keep going past wood structures, looking for stairs. Here we go. Yes? No? Perhaps yes? Definite no? Well, alright then. So I probably can from below if I angle it right. It's a little hard to angle it right, but I'm sure we can figure something out. I would just love to be able to snap something onto it from up here, though. I really would. Maybe I can place a flat piece. Let me check. Oh, it's just very greedy about the end of the highway beam. Okay, I understand. I think I understand. It could also be nice structure-wise to have whatever staircase rises up to meet us here next to the highway pillar itself. That would make a little more sense than adding our own column to it, say. Let's jump down there. Slippery slope. So we could try to have something maybe just rise to meet that area above the vines. And we may even be able to clean out the vines if we do so. Let's see if there's any way to have something kind of snuggled up on this side. We can make adjustments to later. Sure, right there. Come on, vines. Don't be stingy. There we go, lovely. Okay, so what are our options here? Come on. Go over to that side. Okay, so that does not have enough room. But it might if I angle this ever so slightly. Perhaps move it out more this way. I'm not sure why that is being so difficult, but here we are. Now let's see if I can play with it together. Nope. Oh well. I was hoping those would stick. I can't remember if there's a way to lock pieces together or not. You might assume there would be, but who knows? So I'd like to do that another time or two, I suppose, but I think I could get it just a touch closer. It's just being finicky. Oh, I believe in you, though. I do. I put all my faith and trust in you. Oh well. So sorry for the finagling here. I don't know why it feels so blocked. I guess it's just a touch too close. Oh well. Maybe I should take it fully out from underneath the highway itself here. Angle it straight on from the pillar. It's still relatively close. I might be able to build out a floor even to attach to that column to make it have the illusion of being connected in some sort of intentional manner. Welcome back to Intentional Manor. Last time the Duchess informed everyone. No, I have no idea what she informed everyone of. It's not a real show. Sorry to tell you, I just made it up. Alright, that worked shockingly well. That's quite smooth. So let's try some more floors to give it the appearance of duchessry. I want to snuggle something right on into here. Oh, but that would be so nice if you allowed it. It really would. Darn. Oh well. So sorry, I do believe my chat has not caught up with itself. Let me refresh this page. A brief intermission. So sorry. I probably have been missing comments, or I've been talking so much there's no room for comments. Well, I'm so sorry. If you've been chatting or asking me questions, I have not been seeing it, and it continues to be troublesome. Maybe I turned on that follower-only chat, and it's just kicked me right out. I'm not allowed. Hopefully it will reconnect eventually. So sorry. So let me see if, since that is not allowing it, let me see if one of the larger floors perhaps is like that. That would be wonderful, but no. Okay, then I will forget it entirely. I will let my dream die. But oh well, We do have something like a stairwell up that connects quite well. At least it will give us an idea, a rough idea of where we need to be at and how many levels this is, actually. So, yay. That will be great. Okay. The only thing we need to do is make sure that they have a defense turret, though I'm sure they're more than capable of defending themselves, really. Let's put it here with the other equipment. The industrial goodies. Perhaps right here, yes. Yes, lovely. There we go. Come get your water and see the corpses of anyone that dare oppose us. So this is the lovely settlement of Greygarden. Much, much food. 29, if you want to put a number on it, worth of food being generated by our lovely robot friends. I suppose perhaps that is not enough defense for them. There's such a vital operation. They need to be more fully defended. Let's put something down here. There. Perfect. Okay. Our vital operation, vitally defended. We will return here next time, perhaps. Next time we're in the area, rather, for a construction phase, and otherwise we will move along to perhaps Covenant, or whatever is next. I will have to check in our search for dirt and grime. I'm so grateful for your patience in sticking with me, and hope to see you next time for more adventures in the Commonwealth. Thank you again, and bye for now.